Hi there, this is just a quick look at the game Penetrator, which was released in 1982 on the ZX Spectrum, and then I made the version for the Commander X16, and then this is the Apple II version that I also made from that. This game is really very similar to the ZX Spectrum version. It's missing the fireworks and the demo track mode, but otherwise it's pretty much the same game. So we'll just rip right into a one-player game so that you can see what the game looks like. And what you will notice is, if you know the old arcade game Scramble, it's basically a version of that for 8-bit computers, for the ZX Spectrum. This is the very first game I made for the Apple II, and as such it's a black and white only game. I didn't at the time when I made this really understand how color worked on the Apple. I soon learned, but I basically got into Apple II programming to make this game, and with the help of somebody named Oliver Schmidt that got me going and gave me a lot of very valuable information, I was able to make this game in pretty short order. It wasn't a very difficult port. I did have to rewrite all of the graphic stuff because the Apple II's graphic system is very, very strange compared to anything I had seen, but it was a ton of fun to make it, and I am very pleased with the outcome. The game has 5 stages, and as you play through, the world keeps scrolling to the left here, and then when you die, if you've reached the stage checkpoint, you restart at that stage, like happened here. I just happened to be at this checkpoint, and so I pretty much carry on from where I died. That is very unusual. Normally you restart the stage from the beginning again. You have 5 lives, and then once you lose all of your lives, it is game over. The Spectrum version didn't have this, but I added the ability to save the scores. In the Spectrum you could enter your name exactly like here, and you would see it on the high score screen, basically exactly the same as here. But I added the ability to save the scores so that they would be there for eternity, well, or until you delete the file. The game also supports a training mode, which I select here, and with this you can skip to any stage you'd like to play. So skipping ahead to stage 4, I can practice the end of the game. Stage 4 is the same as all the other ones. You're flying through this cavern. There's a new enemy type that's introduced. We just saw it briefly there, a little devilish guy. I just shot another one dead. And they're just the same. They just hang up. There he is. They just hang around in the tunnels, and they stop to block your path if you don't shoot them. And then they go up and down, but they then stop everywhere, every time they're in line with you. So we'll just fly through this level. It's a relatively short stage, and then when you come to the end of this, there's a hidden 5th stage, which we're going to get to in a moment. It's right here, and so this comes as a bit of a surprise, where things look different. You see those 2 things at the bottom there in the cavern that you've never seen, and if you don't do the right thing, you die. There's nowhere to go. But then if you do manage to figure it out, you have to drop a bomb down that tunnel. There's a couple of nukes sitting down there. So when you do that, you actually succeed, and it is the end of the stage. All that happens now is, once you carry on, is you play the levels in reverse. They still scroll from right to left, but it is just the same levels unfolding, but being played backwards. And so this, you can fly all the way home. So eventually you'll make it all the way home, and you crest this hill, and you are back home. So this wasn't in the original game, not as far as I know. I never actually got this far, but I added this screen just so that there's some reward for flying backwards, because it's actually pretty hard. Then the last thing I want to show off is the level editor. So this is an in-game user content creation editor. It was the first time I saw this user content creation in a game. It was back in 1982. And so this just allows you to set your own terrain and enemy placement. So I've got this on fast forward here, the video, so that you can just see me quickly put some terrain at the top, flatten out the bottom, make some new enemy placements. And then you can jump around to the different stages very easily by just pressing 1 to 5, so you can edit anywhere you want. And of course you can then save it, look at the original, and load the new one. And there it is. So that is the game Penetrator on the Apple II. Thank you for watching. I had a really good time making this game. Thanks. Bye.